What's up, guys? Cinestalker here, and happy Halloween to you all out there. The best time of year, Halloween spooky season. Also, my birthday month on the 20th, so you cannot go wrong with that. And also, what's cool too, Halloween Kills comes out, so I'm sporting the new t-shirt my buddy Ryan gave me, so yeah, thank you, bro, for the early birthday gift. But right up here, I just like to do this, I've been doing this for last, maybe a few years, or maybe a little longer. What I like to watch for Halloween time, what I always watch, and what I maybe didn't watch a few years ago, I'll watch again this year. Sometimes you gotta mix them up, but I always get staples in my collection I always have to watch. But I try to throw in new ones too, which I'll show right now. So get ready for this. I get some ideas for you guys, maybe you guys trying to figure out what to watch for Halloween. Get your staples, maybe some different things right here I'll talk about that you guys never seen before. So maybe I can help you guys out in case you guys are looking for stuff to watch. So I think it's kind of fun like that. So let's go dive in here. I got a nice mix of some DVDs, Blu-rays, and some classic VHS in here too. Of course, I gotta have my VHS in here. So let's dive into it with some classic VHS. Then I'll go to some DVD and Blu-ray, back to VHS, and we'll kind of just go boom, boom, alternate it up and have some fun, you know what I mean? But first off, I'm gonna start off with this one, which I always gotta watch every year since I was a kid. It's on VHS, I have it on DVD too, but the VHS cover is so much better. And that is this one. It used to be on HBO a lot as a kid. Tim Curry and First of Bulk in The Worst Witch. Great movie, made for, I believe, TV or HBO back in the day in the 80s. Great one about, a witch, for Marissa Bulk from, I always mess up her name, but from The Craft, where she was a witch in The Craft. She was a witch kid in The Worst Witch. And this one's fantastic because, she's kind of like an outcast. And it's before Harry Potter, it was this Harry Potter wizardry school, witch school, and not really that good at being a witch, but then she becomes a good witch later on. But, you gotta figure it out. But she goes through a lot of obstacles and things like that. People make fun of her, but she's awesome, great character, great movie. And you also have an awesome part in here with Tim Curry, as anything could happen on Halloween. That awesome part where you get the great blue screen, not even green screen, this is blue screen back in the day, 80s technology of him doing stuff with that song, anything can happen on Halloween. Your sister can turn into a cat. It's a bunch of stuff he says. Great one, have to have that every year. This one right here I picked up a handful of years ago at a thrift store, but I watch it every year because it's so cringe and strange. And that is Halloween with Gordy Falk, the Pumpkin Man. Teaches you how to carve a pumpkin. In case you don't know how to carve a pumpkin, he shows you the proper techniques, folks, and how to carve a pumpkin to get its pumpkin guts out and do some cool, interesting faces like these. Another good one, it's a classic that I saw as a kid, and I haven't seen it for years, so I forgot the title. But then my buddy Sean, he told me what the title was when we first met up, and I'm like, oh, that's that movie. And that is this one, The Midnight Hour. So that's the one I wanted to get for so long. And it's expensive, and the DVD is out of print. It goes for a lot of money. Even the tape can go for some good money too. This was a made-for-TV movie, I think on ABC back when. You have Shelley Belafonte, I think that's her name. Yeah, Sherry Belafonte. You got LeVar Burton in here. They're high school students, and the undead comes up because they get this book, and bad things happen in his town. And they got to stop before the whole world becomes ravaged with vampires, werewolves, and ghosts and zombies. Great one, great music in this thing. It's just an awesome movie. Even a little bit heartfelt too is The Midnight Hour. Great one. It's hard to find. I think you guys can watch it on YouTube if you guys have never seen it before. I'd highly recommend. I hope someday this comes out on Blu-ray with a nice good treatment and commentary. This is definitely a one that should be out nowadays for something like that. This is a great one I have to watch all the time. Now let's go switch over to some DVDs. We always got to watch some of that Reanimator, Stuart Gordon's Reanimator. Great one to watch for Halloween time. Good practical effects. Herbert West, played by Jeffrey Combs, is the mad scientist who directs Reanimate the Dead. I always remember the scene with the cat. The zombie cat. Always remember that thing in this movie. Great one. I got autographed up here by Stuart Gordon, Jeffrey Combs, Robert Sampson, and I think that's it. Yeah, a long time ago. Got this autograph. But one of my favorites in the collection is this. The old DVD of it. I love that one. Even if I got it on Blu-ray and stuff like that, but I love this one because it's autographed and it's awesome. Another cool made-for-TV one. I mentioned a couple of them with Midnight Hour and Worst Wish. And this one up here I have it on DVD. It's also on Blu-ray too, but it's a great made-for-TV back in the day when made-for-TV movies ruled. And that is Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. This one is awesome about this guy. He's kind of like a little bit mental, but he's innocent though. He's like just has a mind of a child. He's a grown-up guy, and the townsfolk, like these crazy guys, don't like him, and they think he did something bad to a girl. He didn't do a thing. He saved this girl's life. They don't think he did, and they always pick on him, and they shoot him up in a Scarecrow outfit in this like field, like a cornfield, like a big field, and he's dead. But then the people that shot him, they get offed. They get off the case. Nothing happens to them, and weird, mysterious deaths happen to them one by one. And the best person is played by this guy. He plays a real pain in the butt. Is that actor Charles Dunning? I think that's his name. Charles Dunning, great actor and great movie, great atmosphere. He ain't like gory or nothing like that. Just has a great haunted feel. Perfect for Halloween time. Love this one since I got this years ago on DVD. It is a must to watch. This is a good one I always like to watch around this time of year too, and that is The Witches here on Blu-ray. It looks amazing on Blu-ray. Great transfer this thing. Great movie about this kid. He goes, his poor thing is his parents die, so he has to live with his grandma in charge of him. They go to this hotel, and they don't know this hotel has like this a witch convention. They're incognito with Angelica Houston as the head witch, and the kid sneaks in there, and he finds out what's going on. They turn him to a mouse, and he's going around. He's with his grandma and tries to figure out how to get back to change back into a human kid again and stop the witches before they take over and kill all the kids, because the witches when they smell kids, it smells like dogs droppings. And this is a good one up here. Great makeup, spooky, good, fun one is The Witches. I love it. Now let's go back to some VHS now. Next up here is a great heavy metal horror one, and that is Trick or Treat. Great one up here. Starring the kid from Family Ties, Mark Price. He's like this heavy metal nerd outcast, and like his band, Sammy. This is the guy right here, Sammy Curtin's band, and he dies, and he gets his record from Gene Simmons, which Gene Simmons is, from the bassist from Kiss. He played a DJ in this movie, gives him this record, and the record he plays it. The Sammy Curtis demon spirit comes out and tries to gives him like these, not like powers, but does things to make him feel like he's not being picked on anymore by bullies. But then it gets out of hand because Sammy Curtis wants to come back to life and take over, and he has to stop him at the school dance, at the Halloween dance. And this is crazy fun 80s heavy metal movie. Great music in this one, great atmosphere. I have it on DVD too, but the DVD cover is like really weak, but the tape cover is awesome. I love it. Great one is that. Trick or Treat is like, it's so good. And speaking of like, rock and roll metal type stuff, heavy metal, another one up here that's really good too, kind of goes with that in a way, and that is Terror on Tour. Almost like a Kiss wannabe band, and they do this concert, and they just kill people during the show. During the show, people just die. They get dressed. People dress up like them and kill people and stuff like that. Just a great one is Terror on Tour. I don't think it's on DVD or nothing like that. I think it's just only on VHS. So you might be able to find it on YouTube, possibly. Next up here, another tape. It's so cheesy, but it's great, for my favorite low-budget companies, City Lights, and that is the rare, hard-to-find Hollow Gate. This one is super hard to find, especially this time of year. The price is always jacked up, but if you get your hands on this, you find out anywhere at a thrift store or for cheap at a used record shop or something like that, definitely pick it up. It is fun cheese. It's Hollow Gate. About this guy. He's a kid. He's kind of mental. Then when he gets older, he kills people, and they put him in a mental institution. Then he gets let go, and his grandma takes care of him. He's in this big mansion house, and he kills his grandma. And he wants to kill everyone. It's insane. He gets these costumes. He has like a multiple personality disorder kind of thing, in a way. So he dresses up like in character on Halloween night, and like the people that dropped off these costumes at this so-called party, they go there, and he wants to kill all of them because it's just wacky. He dresses up like all these characters, and it's just cheese. Great 80s cheese. Great cool cover art. Look at that with the pumpkin, with the butcher knife in that, the blood. Now we're just go back to some DVDs, Blu-rays stuff. So we're going back and forth, Next one up here is a good Disney one from back when, out of print, Under Wraps. I know they made a new one of this. They actually remade Under Wraps. I didn't see it, but I saw it scanned through my TV on Disney Channel. So there's a new one now but I don't know. I'll check it out. But this, I'm sure. Well, I don't think it'll top this one. The classic '90s under wraps. These kids, they get this mummy. This mummy comes back to life. They got to try to help him out. People, these like criminals get him, and they want to do things and stuff like that to him. And it's just a great, fun, feel-good family flick. Is Under Wraps. This is a good one. I think I got this last year for review, and that is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Really cool, creepy 70s made-for-TV movie. If you haven't seen this, I definitely highly recommend it. It's super good. These people go in this house. There's like these weird like demon things in there. And they just like, they get people, and there's these weird noises going on. They're in this room that's like locked, and they're not supposed to go in there, but then this one guy goes in there, this woman goes in there, and it's like, she's like these weird whispers in there. It's just a really creepy one. Good atmosphere, kind of a creepy ending too, is this. And there's also a really good commentary on here also on this too, but this is definitely a good one to get on Blu-ray is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Another one here on Blu-ray, which I got it on tape too and DVD. I always loved this one ever since like I started watching this movie way back when I was like, 9, 10 years old, maybe 11, whatever. So around that time. And that is this one right here, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Great one on Blu-ray from Arrow Video. Fantastic movie, which I gotta pop this on for Halloween time. Great one is this, where they get these clowns from outer space. They come here and they gotta kill people. And they wrap them up in cotton candy cocoons. They have guns that shoot out popcorn, which I still want to find, which I'm still trying on the hunt for at Spirit Halloween Shop. They got these really cool Killer Clowns merch going on this year. I'm on the search for a gun. I haven't found one yet. The popcorn gun. Hopefully I do. But this is a great one. This one, so if you get this edition of it, this one is like just loaded up with like a ton of extras, commentary, behind the scenes, archival interviews, everything. This is awesome. I met the Chiodo brothers. They actually signed this up here like years back, and they signed it. And they also signed my tape too. It's like Cutbox VHS blockbuster tape of Killer Clowns, and they signed that one too. So I gotta have it signed. Also up here on Blu-ray, original of this, and that is, I like the remake more, and that is The Blob. The classic with Steve McQueen is good, but I grew up on this 80s one of The Blob. They get this mysterious blob thing from space, and it just goes in this small town, and starts getting bigger, like gigantic killing jello. And it's just a great one. Good effects here with Kevin Dillon and with his mullet, and this is great stuff. And I love this one, The Blob. This is from the old Twilight Time. I don't think they're around anymore, Twilight Time. I think they're a defunct company, but it's a great one. Definitely love that. And I also got another Twilight Time one up here too. And that is a good one, classic fun too. And that will be Fright Night. The Fright Night. I remember back when this was actually really hard to get. Speaking of fun, classic stuff like Fright Night and vampires, you gotta have these. Any one of these are great. And that is, I got this Blu-ray set I got last year, the Hammer Films collection. Tons of great Hammer stuff in there. So you can't go wrong with some Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee awesomeness from Hammer Films. Great classics are these. Hammer it's awesome. And speaking of Hammer, before that, you gotta go with the classic Universal movies. And that's what these are right up here. Always gotta watch these every year, like The Mummy. Of course, my favorite is Frankenstein. That's my favorite one of the Universal movies. That's my favorite one of all time. Second is probably The Wolfman. Then the Dracula, which I don't have Dracula right up here. I gotta get the box collection 4K. So the 4K just came out of that. These are the old DVD ones. I just love how these ones look. They just look cool with that kind of green, kind of like stone look. I just love how that look, and they get the little window up there looking out. I love how these ones look. And get some more good tapes up here. And this is fun stuff is this, but you gotta have some Halloween horror host awesomeness. You gotta have some Elvira. And this is like a big box up here from her stuff from Thriller Video. But you can always find her stuff. I think she's on Shudder, some of her old, and some new like stuff she hosts and things like that. So that's what these are, where she hosts B-movies. The beautiful Elvira. That's, I had to bust out the old big box of this. This one is The Pictures of Dorian Gray. I remember seeing this a couple times years ago about this painting thing and things happening, this like imagery. It's kind of creepy, low budget horror, but the best part is her hosting this stuff. It's really great. This has a really awesome intro from Thriller Video. Good one up there are those. Jeff Goldblum in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Great artwork. The classic story of Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman. If you go across this bridge, you gotta make sure you get across the bridge. If not, the Headless Horseman will take your head off. And he has like a pumpkin head, rides a black horse, and he's just he's crazy. The Headless Horseman. But this is a cool one. I think it's made for TV from back in the day. I could be wrong, but I think it was. Is that I made this with my buddy Mark Rattail, where I play a host, Count Stockula. And it's like, this is what this is. The Rattail Halloween Spectacular, hosted by me, Count Stockula. And this was cool. This is like a limited run. He sold these. And it has like a bunch of like me, I'm like in vampire makeup. And I'm like a horror host, which is cool. Always want to do that. And we just show like old commercials, classic episodes of like, this one has Garfield's Halloween on there with commercials from the 80s, Real Monsters. There's like music on there, Freaks and Geeks. There's a bunch of cool stuff on this thing. So if you guys got this, thanks for checking this one out. And if not, I don't think he's ever making these ones again, but this is just a cool one I got. Since I made this, I gotta watch it. It's just cool because it's great commercials, Halloween stuff, the Monster Squad, fun stuff. Well, these kids are like, they're like into horror movies at this club called the Monster Squad. But then the real life nightmare happens because Dracula, Wolfman, and a bunch of others become reality, and they gotta stop them before they take over the world. And they befriend Monster Frankenstein, becomes like their friend and helps them out. Great one, Monster Squad. Love this one ever since. Watched it on HBO back when. I used to watch a lot of these on HBO back when. That is Night of the Living Dead. You can watch a bunch of other zombie movies. There's a bunch of great other ones to watch. But this one's always classic, Night of the Living Dead, the one that started it all. And I did meet him a long time ago. He signed that for me. And yeah, always grateful I met him. Took some pictures with him years back, and this was about a Weekend of Horrors convention like in 2004. This is, gonna have some Night of the Living Dead. Fade to Black. Great one, which I have it on videotape. That's what I used to watch. I used to always watch it on tape before, but they have it on Blu-ray now. It's a really good Blu-ray transfer of this thing. Great slipcase too. And this one's just fantastic about this guy. He's like, he plays like these characters. He works at a film stock place, and he has like this, he always goes to movies, and then like he just kind of cracks up and just like, it's just great stuff. He dresses up like in character. He impersonates everyone. He knows every movie, like classic movies and horror movies. So it's just a good one to watch around Halloween time, I think, because he dresses up like in makeup, and he just kills, and it takes place in Hollywood area, like around LA. So you get that old school, early 80s look of Hollywood, LA, and it's a great scene. And the movie's awesome because it takes place at the Grauman's Theater, and it's just a great over-the-top scene. Fade to Black, so good. That is Wacko. Really cool, like Halloween comedy spoof. Wacko, good stuff. Directed by Graydon Clark. This one used to be hard to find on tape. Before it was only on tape, but it came out on Blu-ray I think a couple of years back. And this one's since I got this, I've been watching. I was gonna watch it now because I don't have it on tape. This is when I heard about it for years, and I finally got this. And so yeah, this is a traditional one now to check out. Todd Browning's Freaks, about rural oddities, like people with small heads and this type carnival sideshow freaks, like real ones. This is what this is, and it kind of dives into that. It's a creepy movie, especially the end of it. It's really creepy at the end. Made in the early 30s. This one's classic. Had this one for years. Like I bought this like so long ago, and I always gotta watch this. For Halloween time. It's definitely so good. It's Haunt. Pretty cool. I definitely like this one. Pretty gory is Haunt, so definitely we'll check this out this year. Probably like next week, something like that. Haunt's good because they get these kids that go to this haunt attraction, and the haunt attraction is real and starts killing them. And that's a great how it is. Pretty good effects. Fun to check out is Haunt. Definitely dig it. Let's go with some classic Italian cinema, and that will be Dario Argento's Suspiria. That's just a good one to check out around this time of year, I think, because it's very great atmosphere. Classic one. My favorite of his is Suspiria. This is the old Anchor Bay 3 discs. I remember buying this at Fry's way back when for like $15, I believe. It's like the old one. And I never updated it. I always just kept the old DVD of it. I just love how this one looks. Almost looks like a VHS because it's so big. But this one, gotta have some Suspiria. This one comes with the soundtrack. Awesome, amazing movie. Going to some more heavy metal horror. We have it on DVD, like a bootleg version of DVD of it, and that is Rocktober Blood. Great, fun, 80s heavy metal horror about this guy. What's his name? Yeah, Billy I. Harper, and he's in this band. He's like a killer, and but he comes back to life and plays one more show and just tries to get revenge and stuff like that. They don't believe it's actually him. It's like, is that really him? And it's just crazy. And the songs, this thing is really great songs. This movie, good stuff. For October Blood. I hope this comes out in an official Blu-ray release someday from like Vinegar Syndrome. This one's way overdue. For October Blood, I think it's on YouTube, so you can watch it on there. Also with some of these other ones, definitely seek it out. It's super fun, and it takes place like during Halloween night. Evil Dead 2. These are like, you gotta pop these on when it's Halloween time, no matter what. They always show these for sure this time of year, and you can at least watch them a couple of times a pop, especially Evil Dead 2. My favorite one of the two is Evil Dead 2. This is the old, Book of the Dead of it. The eyeball used to scream, doesn't scream anymore. The battery died, but I love this one, and I get this gigantic, DVD opens up like this long of it. These are ones that you always buy over and over again. I almost got the Blu-rays of this, and I think the 4K. I think there's a 4K of this, right? So actually, there's a new 4K set coming out, I believe, of these movies. But I almost got the Blu-rays last year. The Steelbooks, I didn't do it. It's one of those movies where you gotta buy and you gotta buy because you just gotta do it. And speaking of that, last but not least, the quintessential Halloween flick, of course, you gotta check out, and that is Halloween. Halloween, the movie that gets released, you gotta buy it, and you gotta buy it, you gotta buy it. And I got it on DVD, have it on videotape. Now on Blu-ray, I get this awesome, box set, which I've not opened up yet. It's still brand new sealed, but I'll probably be opening it up soon because on the 30th this month, I'm going to be going to a John Carpenter signing up in LA in Hollywood, which is sold out now. So I'm going to definitely I got to open this, have John Carpenter sign this. I think that'd be rad. And plus I want to open this up anyway because I want to just check some of these out because I've not seen some of these on Blu-ray, so I gotta do that with all the extras and stuff like that. And of course, I'm excited for Halloween Kills, which opens up this Thursday into Friday, of course. Early preview it on Thursday night, so I'm stoked about that. And you gotta still have some Halloween. I watched Season of the Witch last night. So happy to get this. I got lucky when I got this, and I get the new 4Ks of it too that just came out, which I'll probably buy too. Eventually, Miss Holden Knox, I get this one, but I will get the 4Ks eventually because, that's what we gotta do. But that pretty much does it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. A nice little stack of some movies up here. Just some stuff I like to watch during Halloween time and some things that I haven't watched for a while, but I'll watch again this Halloween. And maybe some ideas for you guys out there, what to check out for Halloween and that kind of thing. So let me know in the comment section below what are some of the movies you'll be watching that I showed here for Halloween. And what kind of stuff that I didn't maybe talk about that you guys will definitely watch for Halloween time. Like what are some of your traditional movies you like to watch for Halloween? And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I will appreciate it if you like this video too. Thumb it up, share it around, all that kind of good stuff. And happy Halloween, everybody. I'll see you. Bye-bye.